we talking sports. The ring's a battleground. Boxing gloves and wrestling moves, yeah, that sound. Different perspectives, we the voice, we profound. Headache from the...
Only say it once, then we all know what it is.
No.
Can't keep saying too much, too fucking much.
Never too much, never too much, never too much, never too much.
Okay, you're not fucking Luther Vandross. Only he can get away with that.
Damn it.
Yeah, you have no Jerry Curl.
I was trying, look, man, I wanted to, okay?
I don't care what you wanted to.
But I felt it coming, and I was like, you know what? I gotta sing it. I gotta get it off my chest.
You didn't, though.
Fine.
But you didn't.
Fine.
From my front porch, you can see.
See. All right. Fine.
Hey, that sounded sexy. So you can't even. What you was doing was annoying, and just a shitty way of handling the mic.
That's fair.
My shit is like silky smooth sex lotion.
Wow. All right.
I think they call it KY jelly.
Holy. Whoa.
Yeah.
KY jelly.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
That's sex lotion. That's what I call sex lotion.
Welcome to the Psycho Headache Show.
Oh, was that recording?
Yeah, we are.
Fuck, man.
That was funny, though.
How the fuck would you do that? That was for everybody to hear. That was
vulnerable.
That was my sick. Yeah, man.
That was vulnerable.
That's what I do when I'm. That's what type of shit I talk about when I'm being vulnerable. How do you say that?
Vulnerable?
Vulnerable.
Okay. It's vulnerable.
What?
Yo, you almost
trying to slow it down like I'm the dumbass, and then you just fucked that right the fuck up, didn't you?
Not necessarily, no.
Necessarily. No. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Necessarily.
So, welcome to the Psycho Headache Show. I'm the main man, Psycho J, and always with me is the one and only Dave the Headache.
Sex lotion.
And so, for everyone that don't know what this podcast is all about, because I'm pretty sure y'all probably looked at the title of the show and was just like, what the hell is this? Let me explain.
All right.
Dave is our boxing expert. He knows everything about boxing. He even did boxing.
Yo, Roger Mayweather told me I know some shit about boxing one time, and I think that's the only qualification you need
to
be successful as an boxing expert. EBE.
Oh God.
Expert, boxing expert. That's the title of a man who knows something about jazz.
Jesus. And I am Psycho J. I know, I would say probably a little bit more than the average person about wrestling.
Wrestling.
But I also did a little bit of backyard wrestling as well too, and a little bit of pro wrestling. So there's a little bit of element to both of our kind of unique styles and how we approach.
I've actually done the thing that I said that I was going to talk about. So fuck you. You know, that's basically what you just said.
That's what that pretty much sounds like.
Fuck what you know.
But we also bring a little bit of the comedic type of feel to a sports podcast.
Hey, I'm not a comedian though. I'm a serious journalist.
All right.
I've been a serious journalist for like.
Okay, that's
like all day.
Journalist?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, but nonetheless, we like to bring our unique style to this podcast.
Journalistic style.
Fine, journalistic style.
Very, very professional and journalistic.
All right, fine. That's fine. Journalistic. Dave the Headache.
Some journalists have a hard time coming up with different words to explain what the. Not all journalists are thesaurus guys.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right. Don't need to be aggressive.
Well, fuck you. How about that?
Jesus. All right. But nonetheless, we decided we did our sports podcast once before. It was called the 10 Count podcast.
Ah, man, I love that title though.
I did too, but unfortunately, someone had taken it And
oh wow! Hey, I'm about to use my journalistic powers to rebuke what you just said.
Wow,
because tooking it.
Well, taking it, but
I think took is probably the right word. Is it?
I don't know. I thought you was a journalist.
I am a journalist,
okay.
and my professional opinion on such matters is not tooken. It's just simply took. So there.
All right. So there.
Correct yourself and keep it moving.
Keep it moving. All right.
All right.
Will do.
Sound pause. Okay. we'll keep it moving, but first.
Silent pause. Silent pause. But nonetheless, man, we was just like, man, I still wanted to do this sports podcast. We had so much fun doing the 10 Count podcast that it was kind of sad that name actually got stolen from us. But nonetheless, we thought of something.
I got a private investigator looking into that too.
Okay, all right.
We're gonna find him.
We need to.
We're gonna find him. Just have your shovel handy.
Whoa, yeah. That's incriminating.
Well, hey, might be criminals.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Say less. But other than
I hate that fucking phrase. I hate that phrase.
But nonetheless, we definitely just wanted to do something different. I was sitting in my office one day and I was thinking of, man, I really want to do this podcast.
Hey, real quick, say less is like telling somebody to shut the fuck up. Like, right? That's the same energy.
Is
it not right? Like,
yes, that sounds like one of those words that your light-skinned friend would say. Yes.
No, I don't have those. What are you talking
about? The one light-skinned that always gambles a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, fuck that dude. You know what I mean? All right.
All right. That's fair. All right.
Yeah. So you agree? Yeah. Fuck
Which is
that. Just in case he
just pops
fuck
in.
You, dude.
Oh man, but we decided, I was just like, man, Psychoheadache is something different, something unique, something that is us, and something that we can bring creatively to you guys. And thus popped in the Psychoheadache Show podcast. And here we are. So, but we also leave the comics, the
comedic,
not the comedic,
okay.
The comments from you guys.
Oh, the comments.
Yeah, the comments. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a complete tongue twister right there. But
I did all my tongue twisters before we started the show. Become a professional journalist. And
fair.
That's what we do.
Fair enough.
That's how we prepare ourselves.
That's how he prepares.
No, that's how all professional journalists prepare.
That's what I said. With all journalists, meaning you.
Right.
You.
Okay, so when you refer to me, you're referring to all journalists.
Yes.
That's stereotyping. That is. I think that's like racist, right? Somehow.
No, nowhere near racist.
I think it is.
No.
Hey, man. Hey,
no.
Real quick. I think you're racist.
I am not. I am not.
All right. I'll keep my eye on it.
So, the first topic at hand, we definitely wanted to... I definitely want to hear the opinions of one, Dave the Headache, with the Gervonta Davis versus Roach fight. Definitely want to hear his opinions on that one.
Real quick.
Yeah. Because I know how you felt when we watched the fight on pay-per-view.
All right.
But hey, let the people know how you feel about this one.
Okay. So what happened?
Really?
I mean, I don't even remember it. You know why?
Why?
I don't want to fucking remember it. All right. It was such a non fucking moment at this point to me. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's the reason why I went from being a a guy that just really loved boxing, really loved watching boxing. You know what I'm saying? One that, I used to, of course, I used to box, and I still like, I still like getting in the ring and stuff, and moving around. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be going back into training soon with Timmy Moulton.
Shout out
man.
to Timmy Moulton.
Yeah, the next heavyweight champion from Louisville.
For sure.
But I'm gonna be moving around with him a little bit. Like I said, I'm not trying to compete or anything. But
right.
But I love the sport.
Mm-hmm.
I love the sport for what it is, and and the tradesmanship of it. You know what I mean? Like it's art, it's a trade, and if someone who comes from that sort of background, as far as just the love of the sport, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a reason why I stopped caring.
And you're pretty much talking about the end part of, well, just to give everybody context. The ending to the fight when two men have literally battled it out for damn near the whole entire fight.
Right. Yeah. 12 rounds. Yeah. The full 12 rounds.
Yep. So right there, and that little snippet right there is where Dave is talking about, where you leave it up for the judges to make those decisions.
And to be completely candid about that is that in a perfect world, which I know we don't live in one, but in a perfect world, you should be able to leave it up to the judges.
Yeah.
And get a pretty close evaluation, if not a direct evaluation on the fight, because you would hope that the judges are impartial, they're educated on the sport, they know what it means to be in the ring, they're more. They have more knowledge than the average watcher of the sport, right? That's what you hope, and that's the part that kills me about it, is that throughout this my whole time of watching boxing and stuff like that, it's gotten so much worse. It's always been some corrupt to it, but it's gotten so much worse, to the point where it's like, I can't. If you go in watching boxing and you go in thinking that that it's gonna be fair, you're a fucking idiot. Like you literally, if you're a logical person, you can't go into watching a fight and expect there not to be a underlining thing going on, like, what I'm saying, like somebody, because I don't want to accuse anybody of anything, but fuck it, what I mean. I think some might be paid off, some of them might be just partial to the promoter that's putting on the fight or whatever, what I mean. I don't know what it is. Some of them might be driven by just plain hate, what I'm saying. I don't know, what I mean. But the fact is, this judging situation is the reason why it made it so easy and so it made me not fucking care about watching boxing for a long time. What I mean? It's something that it's just like, it shouldn't bother. I guess in
It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
It shouldn't affect your and like this thing. It didn't affect my love for boxing, because I'm still gonna train. I'm still gonna be involved with at least locally. What I'm saying, and stuff like that. But the fuck, dude, like championship boxing is a joke. I mean, and it's only a joke because of these fucking judges and these promoters who are exacerbating this place that we're in, because these fighters are just as bad of fighters, are just as good as fighters. I mean, like, these guys are the same type of fighters that devoted their whole lives to boxing the same way they did 100 years ago. You know what I mean? Just look at Gervonta Davis and Rolly Romero, and these guys are fucking morons. But obviously they've devoted their whole life to boxing. You know what I'm saying? And it shows. And I kind of meant that as a joke, but Rolly is a fucking moron. Rolly, I think is legitimately short bus shit. You know what I mean? Like he's the baddest dude on the short bus. All right, like something's wrong with that guy. And Gervonta Davis, he's stupid, but he's not too stupid. It's just he does really stupid shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But anyways, anyway, none of these guys have the type of cognitive application to do anything other than what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? At least surface level. You know what I'm saying? They devoted their lives to boxing, which is very respectable. You know what I mean? And very honorable. And you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not, I'm joking around, but they're not fucking retarded, but they have no other skills. You know what I'm saying? And that's the sacrifice that they had to make to be as good as they are. Yeah, it's not. I'm joking around, but it's not a knock against them. They made that sacrifice to be the best in their field. Yeah. And I respect the fuck out of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But these fucking, and I don't take anything away from these fighters, but the fight itself is what? It's its own. It's its own thing.
Yeah, especially with this fight in particular, it had its own thing, because believe it or not, no one really thought Roach was going to be even remotely close to winning the fight to begin with. Anyway, just to even start from there.
Right.
Now that you got the fight going on, and now it's neck and neck, even from the opening bell to the end of the bell. Right there is where you got something good. Right there.
Yeah.
Now, the thing that I was saying earlier was that now it's either one or two things. Either the KO or leaving it to the judges to make those decisions. 9 times out of 10, I don't want it to go to the decisions of the judges, because leaving it in their hands, of course, they're going to go with the betting favorite.
Yeah. Why would you want to leave your work in the hands of a monkey?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a short, like just straight up monkey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what it is. Like these fucking, these hairless apes are just fucking the whole game up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
just to watch that and then watch it come to a draw, which we all knew even watching the fight. Yeah, it was neck and neck, but it wasn't what it was supposed to be.
That was a clear winner.
All right? Yeah, there was.
I've seen people try to defend Gervonta, and you know something else that pisses me off. Even like the copy box, stats where they, dude, I saw some numbers on there that was fucking ridiculous, dude. They had, what was it, like the 4th or 5th round? They had Gervonta Davis landing like 75 punches, and Roach only had like 50 or something. I got the number, but I saw a screenshot where it's like, obviously, Like, dude, like whoever was fucking paying the judges obviously fucking was paying the fucking guy watching that shit, because you cannot fucking tell me, you know, that he outlanded him anytime before the 8th round.
There's no way.
You know what I mean? Like, cause we all know that Gervonta's a slow starter anyways, but you got him outlanding this guy, and I mean here's my thing. You talk about how big of a puncher he is, right? How much he was a bruiser and all that stuff. Look at their faces after the fight. Fucking Gervonta was fucking red, just touched up, all over his face, and Roach just looked like he just came out from the beach. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just, you know what I mean? And I'm like dude, like, you can't tell me that somebody with this much power and this much speed and all this stuff and all this talent touched this guy up,
pretty much, yeah.
all fucking fight, and Lamont don't have any marks.
He came out, took a shower, and you know what I'm saying, he was perfectly fine.
I mean, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just so disgusted with, and here's another thing. Here's another thing about that. The fucking thing that irritates me, not only about just about the fight itself, but it's like, the older I get, the less stuff I have to enjoy. I'm not that old. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We're still young. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I'm noticing year by year that the older I get, there's less of my life that I can actually enjoy. And when I take out time, on my busy schedule, because I'm busy, you know what I mean? Like, there's some people who's busy, but then you think, I'm busy, right?
Man, hold up, whoa! You can't be doing that, man.
I'm a busy.
Come
guy.
on,
I'm a busy guy. You know what I'm saying?
You can't be just pausing with the busy.
I mean, that's just how it is, though. You know what I mean? You can't say it and not say it the way it is and still be respected amongst your peers. So I gotta say it the way it is. I'm busy. Anyways, but it's like, I take out time to enjoy a boxing match.
Good pay-per-view.
I mean, yeah, turn up your mic if you want to fucking talk. You know what I mean?
I like doing this way.
Okay. Well, because you're obscuring on my mic now, right? No.
That's the plan.
Well, you know what? Fuck you. This is my mic. This is my time.
It's my time.
It's like when you try to enjoy something in a state where you can't really enjoy much anyways. You know what I mean? Like there's less to enjoy. It becomes that much more important to you, and which is the reason why I look back at the old generation, and other people, older people, like your uncles, and I mean, I remember when they took certain stuff so serious. It seemed so small at the time, as a kid, but certain things that you don't mess with them, right? My uncles, would come over, during Derby, and they would sit in the front yard, but sit at the front gate of my grandmother's yard, and they would just just cut up, dude. I remember trying to be a part of it, right? And like, you know what I'm saying, and try to be like, try to be in on the joke, and they literally like turned to my mom and told me, said, "Get him the fuck out of here." You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And I didn't understand. I'm like, I'm just trying to be a part of it. But it was like, but I think about it now, it's like, well, yeah, that was their time.
Yeah.
that was even though it just seemed like they was just just telling little bitty jokes and shit like that. That was their time to be together and actually enjoy, because they didn't have any other time other than that.
Yep.
So yeah, it's just like a fleeting thought for me, because we're just outside, we're by the gate,
right? Yeah.
But it was so serious for them because that was their time to really enjoy.
Yeah, because you know why? Because again, you're either married,
okay,
or you're busy.
Okay, well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That was men time, men talk time,
right?
So yeah, I mean, because I get it too, because my family did the same thing.
Right.
The men would be on one side of the corner of the house, and they'd be just talking up a storm. They'll talk politics,
and
sports, all types of other stuff.
Right.
They were, that was their time.
And when they did that, there was an understanding that you didn't cross the line.
Yeah.
It's not like out of fear or something like that. No, it's just out of respect for the reality of what's going on.
Yeah.
It was the men to be men. Y'all can women to be women over here, and because that's what we need as human beings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That type of camaraderie that takes no effort, right? And like I said, it's not always a social thing. Sometimes it's simply okay, so like my uncle, he would go on the basketball court because he was the man back in the day. Mill High School, three national championships in a row. He was on that team. Basketball was a big part of his life.
Yeah.
And there's times where he would go to the court, won't tell anybody. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody try to try to go with him, try to implant themselves in that, he was like, all right, okay, well, I'm not going. You know what I'm saying? And then try to find another day, and then you know what I'm saying, just so he could be alone doing what he wants to do. Again, it's just basketball. Why are you being so selfish? No, that was his time. Yeah. Right? So it's just certain things that people are going to want to do either alone or with other people. But when they do it, they need to have the freedom of experiencing that moment, and that's all it's going to be, because it's that important. Because we don't have too many moments that we could do that. When you're not a kid anymore, you have to fucking you have to go. You have to appreciate the time when it presents itself.
Right.
And I'm growing to understand that even more now. And so when I'm watching a fight like that, and I'm enjoying it, right?
Right.
Because for what it was, I mean, it was a good fight.
It was.
You know what I mean? Like, it was very competitive. You know what I'm saying? There was times it was back and forth. But it was, to me, it was a great display of someone who's a virtual unknown to the basic public, but had the skill set to really not only to compete, but to actually win. You know what I mean? Like, he did more than I feel. And I understand, like, some people might feel other ways, but I feel like he did more than enough to take that. And people say, well, you gotta beat the champion. Like, okay, beating the champion doesn't necessarily mean knocking them the fuck out. Like, that's not how it works, dude. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just I feel like I was robbed of a moment. And you know what I'm saying, where like everything that happened was just an honest and genuine experience, and I felt it was ruined by politics or by greed or I don't know what the fuck why something like this would happen, but I'm just like, dude, like, my fucking night was fucking ruined because of that. You know what I mean? Because I put so much faith I guess, in the thing that I I love so much that I expected that return. You know what I mean? And when it doesn't happen like that, because usually what I try to do is I try to leave, but before the judging. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? But that also something else that kind of sucks, because it's like, okay, well, but that the judging shouldn't stop the rest of the night, because we usually cut up a little bit after that. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like, you know what I mean? So I don't want to cut the night short, but you know what I'm saying? But this fucking shit, you know what I mean?
It just left a bad taste in the mouth.
I mean, that's an understatement. You know what I mean?
And it really just messed up like the whole vibes of everything.
Right.
But yeah, so I mean, I get it, and I kind of felt the same sentiment as well. It's just like, yeah, but I mean, your night's going good, and you finally get there. You got all the snacks, the drinks. You're sitting there watching the good card, good fight before even the main event even got going.
And then somebody shoots a turd out their ass from the corner, into your fucking popcorn.
Yeah, and then now it's done. Now things done took a turn for the worse.
Right.
And see, that's a lot of the parts of why I don't leave things up with judges. We'll be right back. Are you tired of those energy drinks that leave you jittery, crashing, and filled with mystery ingredients? Say hello to Dubby Energy, the clean, crash-free energy formula that fuels your grind without the junk. Dubby is packed with natural caffeine vitamins and to keep you focused, alert, and energized without that sugar, artificial colors, or filters you don't need. Whether you're gaming, working, creating, or just trying to power through your day, Dubby has your back. And the best part, no jitters, no crash, just smooth, long-lasting energy that helps you stay on top of your game. Get your first tub today and use the exclusive code CHEESEPARTY for 10% off. Head over to Dubby.gg and fuel up with Dubby Energy. Be better. Welcome back to the Psycho Headache Show. We were just sitting here talking before we jumped back on air.
Yeah.
About Hollywood crackheads.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's the movie crackheads, the girls, like the movie crackhead actresses that obviously aren't really on crack, but they have to play like they're on crack. But they literally look. I mean, they're fucking cute. And it makes you think, okay, well, I can see myself dating a crackhead. You know what I mean? Because in the movie they have all the fucking makeup and shit, and yet they're supposed to be making them look bad, which I guess they succeed in that part. But they also couldn't stop them from looking cute because they're fucking Hollywood, Hollywood actresses. So they are automatically going to have some prettiness to them, and of course they're not gonna cast a fucking ugly chick, right? To fucking play the part anyway. So you automatically gonna have a cute girl who's made to look like she's on crack, but she's still cute. So she's a Hollywood crackhead.
And that was sponsored by Dubby.
Okay.
Or Dabe.
You can't even say it right.
No, I can't.
Why is two syllables so difficult for you? We just lost the sponsorship because
yeah. We just really did.
Hell of a product, though.
Sponsored by Dubby, or I butchered it.
Well, it's okay. I guess they'll understand.
Doobie, is it?
You know what? If next time someone wants to sponsor us, have them pronounce their fucking title to you personally, all right? Instead of fucking expecting you to just be able to read it.
Hey, it is what it is. But
all right.
No, yes. Sponsored by Doobie. Dubby?
Yeah,
yes.
I guess.
All right. Sponsored by Dubby.
All right.
Get 10% off of any sales by using the promo code Cheese Party. Again, get you some of that energy because man, everyone needs a little energy. Not those bullshit, Monsters or Red Bull or all those other ones, man. No. Get you some of that right there because
none of that jittery shit.
Yeah, none of that either. But with this product right here, man, it clears your mind, gives you more focus, and it's zero sugar. And all you got to do is put it in water, put that powder stuff in that water, shake it up, man, good to go.
Keeps that dick hard, too.
Oh, whoa!
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I do.
All right. I'll take your word for it. But get yourself some today. Doobie Energy, get yours today. Get that, and don't forget to hit that promo code Cheese Party and get 10% off of that sale. Get yours now. So, I know everyone has their preference of wrestling. Is it WWE or, hey, I like the Indies, or, hey, I like MLW, Major League Wrestling, or, hey, I'm just an AEW guy.
I like WCW, Monday Night Retro.
Oh, see, everyone has their preference of shows.
I haven't seen too many new episodes though. That's weird. I'm waiting, bro.
All right,
I'm waiting, Eric.
Eric Bishop. Well, he's getting old.
Is he?
Yeah, he's getting old.
I think I seen him one time. He kind of get grayed up a little bit.
Yeah. He's got gray.
Well,
he's got glasses on now.
Oh, that's
So
impressive.
that's 1 inch closer to the
Grave.
To the yeah. Well, you took that right out of my mouth.
Yeah, you know he's about to die when his eyes start getting blurry.
Get blurry.
I guess I don't know.
But I still am fascinated and still blown away of how we come up to this point of hating certain companies and hating certain, being more tribalistic with their who they're for and who they're with. And I just find it funny. I'm just like, when I look at WWE, I'm just like, yeah, there's a reason why they top the numbers as they do. And yeah, they are in the hearts and minds of most Americans nowadays. Because they've been around for the late 40s, 50s, into the 60s and 70s and all that. Like, they've been around a long time. But it doesn't need to knock the up-and-coming businesses, the up-and-coming companies that are trying to make a difference in the wrestling industry. Let's really dial it back a little. Let's really look at this for a sec. Yeah, is everyone more associated with what WWE is? Yeah. I mean, guy next to me, we've grown up watching WWE since we were kids.
I grew up watching WWF.
Well, and a lot of people will say WWF. A lot of people
that's what it is.
Will say they grow up watching WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment.
That's nothing though, right? You know
what
I'm saying?
It's the point of it's the point of understanding that yes, we're all going to have our dislikes on certain things, and yes, we're always going to agree to disagree.
Yeah, about WWE and WWF.
Well, but I love the new age of wrestling. And
Outlaws.
Well, I did miss those. I did miss the old WWF where, Kane still had that full-blown mask and Undertaker was Undertaker and Road Dogg and Badass Billy Gunn and, I missed that. That was part of my childhood. I loved that.
Right, Gangrel.
Yeah, Gangrel, Edge and Christian, and Mr. Kennedy McMahon, and all that was great.
Right. Steve Blackman.
Yeah, all that. But now WWE.
I'm Ed Johnson. Okay, I'm sorry.
You had to throw that in there. I'm Ed Johnson. But the whole thing changed when Eddie Guerrero passed away and when Chris Benoit did what he did, and then they changed it to World Wrestling Entertainment and reformatted everything to be in the hearts and minds of kids and every adult in America to make sure that it wasn't rated R or it wasn't pro wrestling anymore. Kudos to them. Kudos. Look, man, going from being the professional wrestling major company to now being the entertainment wrestling company, they did a hell of a job with that. Fully agree. But you can't knock what AEW and MLW are doing. They're redefining what pro wrestling is. Regardless of whether you liked it or not, you have to give credit when credit is due. They have now rejuvenized the word professional wrestling in the way that they do it. It might, like I said, it might not be up to your standard, or it might not be up to your liking. But they're doing something a lot different from the word pro wrestling to entertainment wrestling.
But is that the problem though? I mean, like, cause like as far as like with it being the fact that it's different and all that stuff, because
and a lot of the OG wrestlers, like Kevin Nash, Bubba Ray, all those, Eric Bischoff, the person that we just talked about not too long ago. Right. Those are the ones that are like, the storyline doesn't make any sense. There's a lot of negativity towards that, and I'm just like, look, just because they don't do it your way per se doesn't mean that they still get somewhat of eyeballs watching.
Well, I mean, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like as far as like with there being like the fact that they're doing things differently. I mean, like that was literally the driving force of the development of wrestling throughout. I mean, because every there was eras, and every era they did something different. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying, like it was always about staying up with the time, just like any craft. So, but my thing is, my question is like, what's the actual problem as far as like because the fact that it's different can't be the problem, because that's how wrestling stays alive. It's doing something different. So what the fuck is the actual problem?
You want to know what the actual problem is?
Yeah.
They're not getting hired. They're not getting hired to be the producer of said company.
And so that brings to the a little deeper problem is that there's
children. It's children, pretty much.
Right, but also there it's like giving a baby a blowhorn. You know what I mean? Like, because now the most immature, irresponsible person can talk the loudest. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's just social media or if just the fact that everybody's opinion is just more available. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I ain't gonna try to pinpoint exactly what it is, but obviously there's a problem when you have people who can literally sabotage development. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it feels like. It feels like they're just putting the kibosh on something that's trying to develop, because they didn't have to deal with that back in the day, right? It's like like you could do what you want to do, and the people told you whether it was good or not.
Yeah.
But you got these fucking assholes who are literally taking over the narrative.
And they're just like, because back in the day, it's just like, hey, if we're getting TV ratings, then that means
We'll keep doing it.
We'll keep doing it. And, oh, hey, my hand's out. Can I get, 4 or 5 mil?
Right.
And then boom, it appears in my hand. Now we could do this, and this, and now we can even do even more of what we were doing before, but even take more hacks.
Yeah.
See, that's where, for me, even looking at it from that standpoint, I get it. But at the same time, too, is how many more times am I going to keep putting my hand out saying, well, my ratings are this, and this.
Pay me what I'm worth.
Yeah.
Right.
At that point, it's like, after a while, the proverbial well that you keep digging your hand into is going to come out with nickels and change, and you ain't really getting the dollars that you're looking for.
Right.
And that's where a large part of the problem lies.
Yeah,
right
because you're looking for a creative mind, and I mean, anytime you're dealing with something that's artistic, and requires creativity, when you mix that in with fucking gatekeepers,
yeah,
mean like it's a recipe for nothing.
Oh, it's a recipe for disaster because all you're going to do is just being the gatekeeper.
Well, I mean, only person that's going to be there is the gatekeeper. Yeah. Because a creative person isn't going to deal with that.
No.
Because they're creative.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like when you're a creative person, you live for the opportunity to explore, and there's no way to be creative in a box.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's exactly what they're doing. They're trying to put creative people in a box, and creative people are not going to sit in a box.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you're just stuck with these assholes who are okay with being in the box.
Yeah.
Who's not creative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I talk to Dave a lot, and I'm like, man, it's funny to me how a lot of these legends, a lot of these guys that's been doing it for a long time, all of a sudden, go out their way to start bashing AEW and start doing all the little nonsense. And it's just like, it's real entertaining how to go out your way to start doing stuff like that when clearly you were doing the outrageous different things during your career as well, going into ECW, WCW. Now all of a sudden you're not the new thing anymore. You've already now been given a Legends check by WWE. Now you go out your way to, I don't know what's this Tony Khan guy over here doing, but this Tony Khan guy.
I put a stop to it.
He's horrible at what he's doing. That's where I have a problem. That's where it becomes irritating, and it's like, yo, man. I know we live in this society where we always got to be haters about something. Always. Okay. Always. I mean, I don't care if the baby is a hater. I don't care if your baby mama is a hater. I don't give a shit if the baby mama and baby daddy is a hater. Someone has to be, or always wants to be, that person that just wants to be a hater.
Right.
And it's old. It's old. It's literally old news. It's like, dude, can y'all not come up with something different?
No. Because it's the cool kid syndrome, where it's like, like the cool kid's the one that doesn't care, and the one that thinks everything sucks and doesn't take anything serious. So, and like, that's literally what it comes down to, is that you got these kids too. I mean, they basically then taking over shit too. But you got these people who literally wants to be the cool kid who wants to say the thing that is controversial just so they can get attention. And
pretty much, yeah.
And then when they get that platform, they continue with that dumb shit, and then these people who just wants to follow that type of narrative just keeps doing the same thing, and it's like they don't realize that they're actually killing their own creativity. So like they're killing their own sense of exploration.
Yeah,
just so they can kind of look a certain way for some fat dumb kid. You know what I mean?
Is that what we're gonna call it?
Yeah, they're fat dumb kids. They're fat, they're dumb, and they're kids.
That's a great way to end the show right there. Just
those if you're the type of person who would rather just talk shit about something just because you think it's funny and you just feel like doing it, you're a fat dumb child.
I can already see a lot of my inbox is about to be blown up by that comment right there. But
okay, that's cool.
Okay, that's cool.
I mean, that's your problem.
Whoa,
they ain't really got my inbox, and I don't read my inbox.
I don't read my inbox, and there's a reason why I don't read my inbox, and that's one of them.
One of many. Because also, I'm lazy.
Yeah, I'm lazy,
and I don't like to read.
All right, so there was some other news in the wrestling world. There was one that kind of caught my eye, and it's stars who could leave the company in 2025.
CM
Punk. And this and this list is very interesting.
That's the list right there.
That's the list.
Fucking punk ass CM Punk. That's his new nickname. Did you know that? Like, it's
no, official. I didn't know that, but
yeah. Booker T just came out and said that was his official new nickname. Punk ass CM Punk.
Oh man,
bitch so made 225.
So there are some names on here that really caught my eye. Shinsuke Nakamura is one of them, which is no shock, honestly. He's been off and on, pretty much more so off air than he is on air. And I honestly think his booking in WWE has kind of taken a turn left for the worse. Because
okay.
Yeah, because I mean, how they brought him back was pretty much bringing him back, doing something at WrestleMania, and then put him in a U.S. title match a month later, and then have him win and then lose it, and then off the air for the next couple of months, and it's like, well, what I mean, what what do you do? I mean, it's just strange how that is. Yeah. Brent Baker's another one. Pretty much, she returns back from injury and mental illness and whatever else, and then she comes back.
Is that code for pregnancy scares?
No.
Is that code for
I don't know
abortion?
Whoa, that's aggressive. Finn Balor also hits the list. But those three individuals right there is kind of what that I seen on the list that kind of popped out a little bit.
Who is she that I was just talking shit about?
Britt Baker.
I don't even know who she is. I'm just talking shit.
So she's still under contract with AEW, but she used to be dating Adam Cole.
Oh, what?
Adam Cole. Yes, Adam Cole, baby. I don't. Yeah.
Hey, don't fucking say those words to me ever alone. Ever again. I don't ever want you to say that sequence of words.
But that's how it goes
to me.
But that's his name.
What the fuck? Adam Cole, baby. I mean, like, just say it so casual like that. Yeah, Adam Cole, baby. Yes.
Yeah. Adam Cole, baby.
So it sounded like you was like Larry King in the middle of an interview. Yes. Did not believe it was Adam Cole, baby. That mentioned the different ways of like. What the fuck did you just say?
Yeah,
Hey,
just casually
Larry.
say Adam Cole, baby.
What the fuck did you just say, Larry?
Adam Cole, baby.
And she dated this guy.
Yeah, she did.
Okay, I'm starting to not feel as bad about talking shit about her.
But no, they dated for a minute and then they broke up. And she was injured at first, and then I guess some like mental. She took some mental break.
All right.
Brought her back for a little bit, and then off the air the next. Like she hadn't been on air since.
So she's just going through it.
I don't know what's going on. It's a lot of with now AEW and WWE. It seems like a common theme of why they haven't been using the talent as they've been using them, and now all of a sudden now they're not being used months at a time. So it's kind of weird, but
yeah, it's not a good trend to have.
Yeah, it's not, especially not in the wrestling companies.
Right.
Like, after a while, what are we really using you for?
Yeah.
Then next week, you're cut. So
yeah,
the proverbial pink slip.
Right.
Yeah.
That's new hot shit, and you're not
part of the rotation anymore.
Not part of it, yeah.
And that's crazy to think because you have literally up to close to 8 or 9 rotating storylines that you put your talent in. If you either remotely get hurt, injured, or whatnot, like
it fucks up
that rotation immediately turns to something different,
right.
And it's going to be tough for you to get back. So,
well, see, and that I don't want to be, I don't keep repeating myself, but like that's also a problem of creativity, though.
It is
because you can write shit in a way where it still leaves the door open.
Yes,
for other stuff.
And see, that's why I always sat there and said that I wanted to actually own my own wrestling company, because I see it. Because it's like, okay, we have you in this rotation, and now all of a sudden you get hurt. Now you got to find your way back into the rotation, which is not going to be easy to do. To write that person back into the rotation, that's where I see a lot of the flaws that goes into a lot of these big companies. It's like, we want to see. I'm gonna throw some names out here. Like, I want to see Scorpio Sky. Scorpio Sky's African American guy, won his TNT title, major TNT championship in AEW. I would like to see him, be back into that rotation again. Yeah. But again, he got hurt. that was it. He's out of that rotation again. So it's a constant Rubik's cube of rotations that happens. That it just flat out sucks, man.
Yeah, I mean the fact that the company can't manage that is that's probably even bigger problem.
It is, and it's a major problem between both of them. I cannot say it is not a major problem between either or. It's a major problem for both WWE and AEW that plagues it both. It's not a fun thing.
No, I could definitely see how that can be frustrating.
Yeah. But anyway, so who keeps messaging you?
That's a hell of a segue right there. Yeah. But anyways, fuck all that shit I was just talking about. What's your fucking question, dude?
Hey, who's been messaging you, dude?
Bitches.
Man, your phone's been going off this whole lane, man.
Hey, man, sometimes you just got to realize that, man, when you put it down right, and then bitches get obsessed with you. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's, No.
So that's how that works.
Now, they got more trucks for sale.
That's what that was. More trucks.
They're coming in hot. 11 o'clock at night.
For sale or rent.
What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Was that some shit from Michigan that I don't know about? Fuck was that?
No,
sir?
it's when it was a commercial down in
Michigan,
down in Florida.
No.
Trailers for sale or rent. They cost 50 cents.
Okay, I don't care anymore. I don't give a fuck right now. This is
that is the Psychohetic Show. Thank you guys for joining us. Hit the subscribe button. Follow us anywhere you follow podcasts. Thank you guys. We'll see y'all next week.
Sell or rent, bitches.